Okay, let's see. I think the target here is to speak with the grace of an auctioneer. So when we talk about the priorities of Des Moines, there's essentially three elements. It's public safety, economic development and stability, and to preserve the livability and community that we have today. And you know, what it comes down to, at least what we found in the city of Des Moines, is that a strong economic engine is what gives you the choices and the opportunities to do things going forward. So we've got to show, most of my presentation is going to be pictures, and I'm going to try and talk through it to let you know what's going on. So the characteristics of our city, you can read them, but there's something that we're pointing out this year that's rather unique. Des Moines is 60 years old. We were platted 130 years ago, but we didn't incorporate until 60 years ago. And we're celebrating part of our heritage. Everything kicks off on June 29th. Because Des Moines is the home to something well known as called the Spanish Castle. It was a dance hall in this area before it was, before many of our cities even existed. It was started in the big band era, but then it came to fruition in the 60s as being the home to places to bands like Paul Revere and the Raiders, Jimi Hendrix, and many other performers of that caliber. And to kick this off, yes, we will be bringing Randy Hansen, probably the most internationally known Jimi Hendrix tribute, to our Performing Arts Theater on June 29th. And yes, the band and Uncle Ernie will be open for that. We do have our challenges. I've mentioned them and said that our focus is on sustainability and enhancing economic development. So a lot of what's in these slides you're going to see is around economic development. As our economic engine has gotten up and running and has really stabilized, we have gone back to, we've been able to restore our police department and actually overhire and diversify in law enforcement. Our crime rate is going down. We've added a K-9 unit. We have a shared precinct where we are now partners with the U.S. Marshal, the DEA, and both many federal and local police agencies. So here's a shot of our Gateway project. This is something we're finishing up this year. This is 216. It's about 1.5 miles in its entirety. It was done in 4 phases, but this is the welcoming end into Des Moines coming off Pacific Highway and into the city of Des Moines. Another thing that we've added is the light rail station over on 200 can sometimes be a challenge for people to get to. So we've partnered with the Metro, King County Metro, and we have a shuttle that runs through our city and takes people on up there. And we've just recently negotiated a new opportunity, so we will have midday and weekend service that will start in September. Of course, our marina being what it is a major draw to the city, and we're looking at how to redevelop that going forward. Here's a sketch that might be of some interest to folks. I didn't bring a laser pointer with me today, I apologize. So our marina floor, there's the gray area is parking, but the light green building is an opportunity. Right now it's a boatyard. And the funny thing about marinas today is that the best and highest use of all the property on the floor is not storing boats. So we are working on a partnership there. And the street that it connects up to is 223rd, which is a major thoroughfare and connects to our downtown corridor. I'll show you another picture of that extension in a minute. We've also recently removed a house that's just on the north of the marina floor, creating a connection to our beach park. So we're establishing that entire area as walkable and so forth. For those of you who know, we do concerts in the park, and that's where we do it. Some future projects that we have. So to the north of that building, as I was talking about, thank you, we're looking at putting in a harbor steps. So it'll have a water feature, and people can actually walk down and create more connectivity to the marina floor. These are some pictures of what those harbor steps and water features look like in other areas of the city. Not the city of Des Moines, but I'm sorry, the other areas in the Northwest. And then our theater, of course, it's been moving forward. This is what it looks like today. Here are some renderings of what it would look like tomorrow. And not would, will. The investors are moving forward. They've shored up the foundation. They will be building up. Its opening date is slated for September of next year. Of course, Wesley Homes is redeveloping. For those of you that are there, they're fully redoing the Wesley Gardens portion of their campus. We have the landmark on the Sound. There's a lot of interesting possibilities. It's a very well-made building, and it's a very expensive piece of property. So that's still being marketed, and we're still hearing ideas on that. Again, we have our farmers market. That's every Saturday from 10 to 2, and we are working, that's one of our regional draws, as are the events. These are the concerts in the park. That's our kickoff. We have a whole series of Waterland events. This weekend we have Art and Wine Walk. We have a new van for Parks and Recreation to help shuttle people through. And I'm timed out. You do an excellent job.